So let's get started. As far as I'm aware, Lazarus is as I remember, with that being that he has his one respawn. He starts with anemia, so if he gets hit, wow, I'm threading the needle with all these shots. If he gets hit, he bleeds, leaving creep on the ground. And that's about the extent of his thing. Wow, that's an awful pill. That's a really bad pill. But because of the way he works, you sort of want to die. Like, who cares about the damage you take, because you're planning on respawning anyway. So, if there's a curse room, obviously I'll go to it, because we want to get that. I'm also wearing my lovely hippie cosplay, and by that I mean I'm wearing a rainbow-colored headband. I don't know why I ever bother taking pills, to be honest. I have... In my head, I, like, insist on taking them, but they are so bad, generally. I don't know why I bother. Although, in saying that, I did have a run where, on stream, I believe, where, I think I got a health down and a tears down in the first room I walked into, but I still won that run. So. It's been a while since I've streamed now, actually. Maybe a week. Primarily just because my internet has been dog shit the last week, so I've been holding off in hopes of it just getting better by itself, which it seems to, because I think in my last stream, I think I dropped like a third of the frames, which is ridiculous. Okay. I actually want you to kill me. There we go. Now I can respawn. Oh yeah, you have to die though, so I can leave the room. I now have a lovely black and red creep following me, which is interesting. Unfortunately, I still haven't been up to much, because, you know, like quarantine and all that stuff. So, the extent of my life experience since the last time I've spoken to anybody literally just comes from my walk to and from college. Which, not the most eventful thing, also. There's a bunch of tinder rocks and I want to get a bomb so I can get one. Like, the other day on, I think it was on Monday, maybe last Friday, some fairly recently, I was walking home from college and there was a guy, so I live like at the bottom of a steep hill, shall we say. And as I got to the top of that hill from walking home, there was a guy walking up the hill with like a plastic bowl, like a see-through plastic bowl, like you'd buy in like a shop of like for like a salad, right? But I think it was cereal, because it was definitely full of milk, and he was walking like I don't even understand, like, A, walking up a hill carrying a bowl of cereal and eating it, I suppose, and B, it's been really warm recently where I live. Normally it's pretty rainy and drab, but it's been really warm. So he was presumably carrying a warm bowl of cereal up a hill in, like, outside. Like, if I was a more outgoing person, I might have gone up to him and asked him what was wrong with him, but I don't have the mental fortitude to perform such a task, so I'd love to get a bomb so we can maybe bomb one of the tinder rocks, assuming it ever shows up. It heard my prayers, I see, but now I need to find a tinder rock. So we need to find trinkets, since we're going for a tainted character. So that'll be first order of operations outside of cereal eating. I don't know what it is. I feel like as soon as I start streaming, I like forget anything that happens ever, so I just have nothing to talk about. And so I just end up blathering on about the game, which is fine, I suppose. Some people are interested in the game more so than what's happening in yours truly's life. This is a bloody chunky floor. It's like a thick tube. That sucks. Yeah, I feel like after he respawns, Lazarus is sort of just like worse Judas, so This might take a few attempts to get there. Although there is a bunch of health on the ground, especially in that sacrifice room. So, assuming I survive this room, I can always just go back. Honestly, it's so tempting to just use my bomb on this. I was thinking about this when I was setting up my stream today. I don't know how people stream for so long. Like, unless they specifically plan to do so, I saw that coming. Unless they specifically plan to do so, I just don't understand, because I feel like I don't have a, like, I don't do anything other than college, but I'm always so busy. Like, I don't know how someone can stream for 24 hours. I suppose for like actual streamers it's a different story though, because they have, that is their job, I guess. Infestation 2 is pretty nice. Spawn spiders when you kill enemies, if I'm not mistaken. But like, I don't know, I guess the only way you could realistically do a massive stream is if you have literally nothing going on, like no academic or like employment opportunities going on for you, or you are like so pointlessly dedicated to trying to become a streamer that you're like, I'll stream 1,000,000 hours. I suppose that's one thing you could do, like to gain somebody's attention, whoever's it is, I don't know. Somebody's attention is just like, see if you can break the record for the most stream time in a month. What are we talking about? Talking about people who stream for a long amount of time. Like, who aren't streamers. But, hey, I'm glad you understood what it was. Literally, I was like, I'm gonna go hippie style today, so I'm wearing the rainbow headband thing. Literally no reason at all. Just wearing it for wearing its sake. How have you been, Raven? Like I've been mentioning, I haven't streamed in like a week, so, and hopefully it's better. It's I was having internet problems last time, so hopefully it's all sorted now. We're going for Tainted Lazarus. So, oh, we didn't have a curse room, did we? I suppose I can use the self-sacrifice room and see if I can get something decent out of that. I don't think Lazarus starts with any consumables other than maybe a coin, so we're getting kind of annoying. Well, I mean, I'm assuming that your academic years work similarly to mine in that they're almost over, right? Like, not that much longer left in the year. Mine only, I think I end in like middle of June, so I have I only have like just under 2 months left. 6 weeks. Oh, it's still 18. I have a reading week. I have a reading week and after that my finals. Oh, so you don't even have that long left though, at all. That's nice. So I can get to that bomb and that card. So what I'll do is I'll just go straight to the sacrifice room. There's a lot of health lying around. Potentially 3 full hearts. Well, potentially 4 full hearts actually if I use that bomb and that thing. Nothing in here. We don't want to die to this just yet, because we want to heal ourselves up first. Curse of the Maze is going to make it annoying, because it'll shuffle around all the consumables on the floor. But that's fine. I'm not sure how many you have to do to get anything decent out of a self-sacrifice room, but only one way to find out, I suppose. Because I think you can do it a maximum of like 15 times, and I think at the last one it just sends you straight to the final floor, which we don't want because we're going for the Tainted character, but I could do it if I wanted to, I suppose. It's actually also, I think, better to do it on the second floor rather than on the first floor, because you can get I Feel Blessed, which gives you a guaranteed chance at the angel deal instead of the devil deal for the first floor. Oh, that's a long message. Let's see what that says. We had a trial exam yesterday, and the professor said that the subject doesn't actually know the subject, so when I asked something about a question, realizing he can't push his way through it, he just told me to look up the presentations from class. Yeah, that sounds about right. I feel like it's one of the things you learn slowly is that most of your lecturers or your teachers understand the topic like to a normal person's degree, right? They don't actually have some insane supernatural or superhuman like understanding of it just because they're in that position, you know? wait to kill ourselves in this. It's a shame to give us a heart. Oh well. Well, we got some money out of that, and we were planning on doing it anyway, so no harm done. Whoa, bloody speeding too quickly. We don't want any of. We want the one. I want the one. Damn, I was kind of hoping that it would have one of the a higher priced coin in it, so I could maybe buy starter deck. Also, almost walk into that fire. That would have been nice. Pin, that's nice. I'm guessing that Tainted, some of the Tainted characters have to be pretty dull in the same way that the normal characters are pretty dull. Like Lazarus is one of the most dull characters. So I'm assuming Tainted Lazarus is probably pretty... Don't want to take that other one. I'm also addicted to Genshin Impact. I haven't played much Genshin, but I mean, apparently it's good, so... we don't have anything else we need from this floor. Don't have any bombs. The stream's frozen. Such a perfect frame. I mean... From my end, stream seems fine, so that might be on you this time. So we still need to find a trinket. What an interesting room. Don't want anything from that. I'm just gonna do this just in case it gives me like a space, but no such luck. I seem to always die in these rooms because I'm too impatient to do them properly, so I'm gonna just try my best. Rerolls rocks. That's not very useful in this room because the rocks in here you can't even get to unless you can fly. That's what I thought would happen there. There's no health on the ground anywhere. I don't know, like I said, those rooms I just can't. My brain is too small to deal with them. That's fine though. That run had nothing going for it anyway, so I'm not upset. And because we're going to respawning, it doesn't matter if I die to these enemies or take a bunch of damage. Literally do not care. I'm not going to bother using another bomb on that one coin. Using it for a 5 coin seems pretty worth it, but not for just one. Especially when it's our last bomb. Maybe if we had 3 bombs I'd do it, but not as it stands. My life recently in college terms has just been doing experiments. So I do applied medical science, right? So I'm just doing, and because of lockdown we had so much time where we just were doing written assignments instead of practical ones. And so now that we're back in college physically, it's just like constantly practical. So like this week, so I'm only in college 3 days a week. I think I did 8 this week, which is pretty crazy. Fun though. It's like the fun side of science, right? The doing it bit. Although I do quite like the assignment aspect of it because I'm a freak, but whatever. I'm upset that there's not much to take damage on this floor. I don't want to just walk into enemies if I can help it, but if I want to get the health, the damage increased from respawning as Lazarus, then it's gotta be done. Haven't even made it past the second floor, although this is my 3rd attempt, so it's not like I'm been here for ages. Yeah, I'll take D4. I mean, I have nothing to use it on now, but couldn't hurt. Steam sale would be nice, but chances of me getting it are slim. That's a shame. I wish I had left D4 on the ground because I could have re-rolled it with that. Petrified poop. I've mentioned it a million times before. It's like my favorite trinket. But I feel like the chances of me actually getting any use out of it are slim on this floor at least. Specifically for buying buying Steam sale, that is. This room's kind of mean. Especially when I'm weak as hell, because I'm starting Lazarus with nothing going for me. I suppose I could do this. Yeah, I feel like anemia, the item that... Is that even anemia? Yeah, it must be anemia. It's like, not good, so... Because then when you get the second anemia, you permanently give it when you're dead. That's right. Yeah. I mean, I'm fine with taking damage, because it's like part of Lazarus' deck. It's a shame, but I'll take it. Nothing else on this floor for me. Can't go back to the shop because it's all there. Oh, I guess I could have looked in the shop because with the with the dice room, it re-rolled everything in the on the floor, so I should have checked. Oh well. These are toxic tiers, so I have really low range now, but they, in theory, do toxic aura damage, which I'm not entirely sure what that entails, but that's what it does. I know it gives me penetrating shots, but the lack of range sort of makes it moot. Let's use the world card straight off. By straight off, I mean after a brief interlude of being dumb. We have a key, and I don't know why I was like contemplating in my head whether I want to go to the shop or not, but I feel like I have so little money that unless there's some amazing items in this secret room, I feel like the chances of me going there are probably quite slim. Bombs, that's fine. We're always happy to have them, I suppose. I think what we'll do as well is we'll go to the curse room and then we'll use the two of hearts either immediately or like when we deem it fit. Oh, I magneted it towards me. I was like, how did that open? That doesn't make any sense. I think that part of the magnet is it lets you open chests through walls. My left eye is sticking. Never mind, I'm mistaken. Every time. I'm gonna use both my keys on these chests. I feel like, yeah, the chance of me getting a key out of one of them is high enough that it's worth it. I kind of want to re-roll, like use the D4, but I feel like the magnet is pretty useful. Like getting the consumables is always nice, so not sure. I suppose I was gonna say we'll see what's in our shop, but the chance of our shop having anything that'll drastically change my decision is pretty slim. Unfortunately that doesn't come to me because it's not a consumable or something that like I can actively use. It's just like the same way it wouldn't attract a key or it wouldn't attract a key, wouldn't attract a card or a pill. Wow, that was too close. Tainted rock. I feel like maybe if this is a small rock, I won't reroll. I'm gonna reroll this and grab this. PhD is nice. Brittle bones is nice as well. Gives me my bloody range back. Yeah, I'm content with that reroll. And also, I'm gonna not attack this guy. I'm gonna let him escape because I don't want to be tempted by the D4 any longer if I can help it. Also, this run is already looking better because I don't know if I'm just like too eager to respawn myself as Lazarus because that's his gimmick, but I feel like I don't. Maybe not doing it is sometimes the better choice because you have the health. I don't think you have to just. I think with this guy you just have to not attack him for a while. I don't think you have to not attack him full stop. Yeah. Okay. Devil deal. I'm willing to check it. These are not very good items in my opinion. I mean, they're good items, but they're not. The juice isn't worth the squeeze, as it were. So I will not be taking them. We might as well check our shop because we have bombs, so we in theory could buy something. Also, I'm guessing secret room is either here or above, so I'll just try above. That works. That's a shame. I can't take advantage of any of those, but I suppose what I could do is go back, take the D4, battery it to hell, reroll the hell out of myself, like get some good items, and then. But I'd have to use 3 of them. I'd only technically get 1 charge out of it, I think. And I don't really want to use my money on going to the shop and using it there. So I think I'll just escape. I'll just evac this floor. We still need to keep an eye out for a trinket, because, like I mentioned, if I can help it, I want to hang on to Petrified Poop, because I think it's a good trinket, but if I can't, then I can't, I suppose. Curse the Lost, love to see it. I feel like if I had more than one key, I might have done that, but with okay. Now that I have one key, don't really need to use this, but I'll get the charge back for this room anyway. So I sort of feel like they should make the appearance of his tears slightly different, because it's worrying that they look exactly the same as enemy tears. So I always feel like I'm gonna end up getting hit by attacks that are technically friendly. Wow, I don't know how that cornfly didn't hit me. I think these are cornflies, right? I mean, they look like corn and they're flies, so if they are not cornflies, then sue me. I have not played much Isaac in the last few days, so my brain is like even rustier than normal somehow. We went up once, right? Yeah. I actually think the Curse of the Lost is one of the most detrimental of the curses. It's just so irritating. Desperate times, I'll come back here and get those. I'm gonna use it on this room. This room is big enough with enough enemies in it to warrant it. Jesus, with this hail of bloody tears though, it's hard to tell which ones are his and which ones are mine. Well, by mine I mean ones that I have to dodge. That's pretty mean of you to spawn a black grub on top of me. Also, I think the enemies in this game have like real names, but I just call them as I see them. These guys are like meat boys. They don't have names. In my head. This room sucks for how shitty my stats are. It's a shame I missed out on my deal chance. I should have just not gotten into my devil deal, if I'm being sad about hindsight. Man, we need to get something to augment this run in a positive way. That's not it. That's just not it. We have PhD though. I thought PhD identified pills. Why didn't it do that there? That's weird. I'm also gonna take the Spirit Heart for now, because although obviously respawning is something you eventually want to do, I think for now I'll refrain. Don't think I want to just yet. I feel like just because I have bloody Plum Flute, I'm gonna end up like making my brain think that tears are nothing to be worried about when they still are. I'm trapped in a corner, that's unfortunate. Trapped in a corner with very bad stats. In my head, and sort of in my heart as well, I think that rotten hearts, the hearts with the dirt on them, I think that they're actually bad. Like, I actually really don't think they're very good. I thought that was a different item. I should have taken the spider box. Like, I feel like because they only count as half a heart, right? They don't count as a full. So you could end up... I think I even had a run. I think it was when I was playing as Tainted, the Forgotten or something. I think I was in boss rush, and I only had one heart container, but I had methods of healing myself. But because I had a rotten heart and I couldn't heal over it, I was just stuck. Like, even though I have 3 hearts right now, and one of them's a rotten heart, I technically only have 2.5 hearts, so I can take 5 hits instead of 6 before I die. It's a bit annoying. I'm not really sure why they decided to do that, but they can do what they like, I suppose. Yeah, they are not beholden to me. Also, I don't remember where I used my last key. Oh yeah, we did go to the item room. It was just crap is all. I'm just so bloody forgetful. This is our starting room, if I'm recalling correctly. We also do want to be destroying every poop, not just for the money, but because also I think that they can technically give you spirit hearts, which always like to see. Oh, okay. Here's the thing, right? I don't know what the left item does. Like, I know what it does, but I don't know what it does, you know? And holy water is actually good now, so I'm willing to take holy water. Like, it petrifies them and it puts the creep on the ground. It's just a nice item all around. Speed up, that's nice. Our speed was just standard. Where's our boss room? There must be a room I missed then. Like I said, Curse of the Lost is the most detrimental. I suppose Curse of the Blind has, like, bad potential. But I feel like Curse of the Lost is always bad. I'm willing to go in here to get rid of my crappy heart. I found pills. I found pills. Those are completely useless. It must be up here then somewhere. Maybe over here? Did I go over here? I didn't go over here. So it must be over here. These enemies all fly, so the only benefit I get is whacking them with my thing. Also, we did go to the... Because of that Joker box, we went to the... we went to our deal, so we didn't worry about that. Perks, that's a nice pill, but I don't get any benefit out of it. Apparently it makes it so that you get the wafers effect for a room, as in you would only take 1 damage instead of 2 at a maximum. Obviously I can't even hold on to it, because I should be getting a trinket and getting rid of it at some point, so... Look, in saying that, I have not seen a single other trinket since I got petrified poop on the first floor, so... For now, we just have our fingers crossed. I suppose we'd want maybe the box from the boss for that specific purpose. We want to break... Oh, you're already in your second form because you're this frail. Damn. Not bad at all. Not bad at all, Plump Luke. I think I'm willing to drop petrified poop now, just like out of fear, basically. If I can help it, I want to not. I want to not have it. The run gets destroyed by me being like overly attached to that item. We also haven't respawned yet, which is still good. By the way, Spider Revenge, or whatever it's called, the item I got in my item room on the last floor, it just makes it so that when you get hit, spiders spawn. That's all it does, as far as I am aware. I mean, I think it technically gives you, like, progress towards a spider-centric transformation, but that is far too situational, considering the general lack of spider items in the game. I can definitely see myself getting hit in this room, specifically by that enemy that I just killed. Never mind, I'm a gamer, apparently. We'll leave it. I was thinking of bombing the something in there, but I think I'll just leave it alone. I'm willing to forego potentially getting a few coins just for maybe getting a lot more coins later from the blood donation machine, depending on how much health spawns on this floor, assuming any does at all. I also just almost walked into a spike. That would have been painful. Damn, spawns a lot of spiders, actually. I'm also gonna do this. Okay, I don't think the secret room's there, or maybe that just wasn't close enough. Also, looking at this room's layout, I'm assuming that maybe turrets, the like pop-up host hat things, maybe they can spawn anywhere? I mean, I said that there's not that many spider items, and now I have 2, so if I get another one, I'll be a spider. That sucks that sniped me from across the room, but oh well. Ow, that was cruel, game. Really didn't think that I was close enough to that. Also, now I'm just like thinking maybe I can get the transformation off, so I'm just going wild. We haven't been to our item room yet. Just kidding, we went there and we got the spider thing. We haven't been to our shop yet, that is undeniable. Speak of the devil. I know I said I'm just taking reckless damage because I'm fine with it because I wanna die and respawn, but This is I'm embarrassing myself. I'm assuming the boss will probably be connected to this long room. Or connected to a room that's connected to this long room, I suppose. Okay, this room I'm going to respawn in, even if I don't want to. It's one of those rooms. I feel like I was firing really fast there, even though my taste had gone. Unfortunately, our shop was green, so we don't get a chance at buying a spirit heart. Also, this room, I don't know what it is. Those army flies, the green flies, they get me. Like, they almost always hit me. So I'm happy that that did not happen in that situation. I was hoping to hit the mushroom, but that's fine. Not very useful. You're a scary boss, in my opinion, because you have attacks which don't go away in the form of these homing shots. Holy crap, I lived? What the hell? There were so many shots on the screen from Plum Flute that I was very scared. Nothing else in this floor that we would want, right? We went to a secret room thanks to I Can See Forever, both of them. Just the batteries in the second one and nothing in the first one. I suppose I could have come back and exploded the traps, but not traps, the what do you call them? The machines. That was a pretty cruel first room. That thing definitely could have very easily killed me in one hit. Also, even though we have Curse of the Unknowns, we can't see our health bar. We still have, still only have one heart, so that's amazing. That's fantastic. Book of Revelations. I'll happily take Book of Revelations. I'll leave that there, because if it's something I want to get to and I need flight to get to it, then that'll be incredibly useful. Usually I would just use it because I'm like, well, I've taken it. I might as well just use it. Sun. I'll go into the larger room and use the sun. I feel like the damage is good, so I'm willing to clear out a large room for it. Okay. We have a spirit heart thanks to Book of Revelations. We have a load of money, plus there's a greed in this room, so we probably do want to go to the shop as well. Thankfully, I actually think the greed regular is more annoying than super greed, just because of the attack pattern. Also, I guess we would want to go to the shop anyway, because of a reason that I can't remember. Because we want to get the charges for going there, for Book of Revelation. Ow. I honestly kind of thought that the, like, King of Flies or whatever you were called only spawned flies. I realized you shot them too. Or shot shots as well. Man, this run really needs to kick up the arse to get stuff going. It is primed for dying on the ascent, I'd say. With Revelations, we're now up to 1 red heart and 1.5 spirit hearts. Didn't get a steam cell off either greed, which is a shame. These items are bad, but we have... that's a shame, I didn't have a trinket to gulp. We'll buy the battery, use it. I'll take options. I actually generally think that options is a bad item, but I'm willing to give it a go. That's a shame, we can't get to that. Actually, we could use the Bible to fly to it, but the chances of me getting another charge on the Bible are pretty slim, so I'm willing to just let it sit there for now. I mean, it's a range upgrade, it's not like it'll be the end of the world if I forget it entirely, but... Also lost track of how much health I have. I think maybe 4 hearts, so 3 spirit hearts, 1 red heart, maybe. Unsure. Speed up, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that at all. Holding my breath. I was gonna say, hoping that some of these enemies will throw themselves into those spikes. An all stats upgrade, that's really nice to see. That was because it's a damage multiplier upgrade, I think, so that was a 4 damage upgrade. That's pretty insane. Although in saying that, now I want a speed downgrade, because they gave us speed up and now we're letting zoom in. Oh, I didn't mean to pick up the bomb. I meant to pick up the other one. We have been to angel deals. We haven't taken a devil deal. So, mentioned already. Don't want rotten things. Just if I can help it, I'll stay away from them. Right, tiny. Yeah, I think eventually we'll go back and we'll get the range upgrade using the thing. But for the time being, I will not bother. That's nice, you'll blow up some of these rocks that are in the way of all my shots. Holy Water's not going to get much practical use in this fight, just because he's far... Oh, the fire shot me. Didn't realize it had been uncovered. Okay, now it's going to get its money's worth. Love to see it. It's a not very great item, but I'm not going to not take it. It's a shame. We're also going to go back and get that range upgrade just because the run's already slow. Might as well, you know. No reason to slack off for our range. Although in saying that, our range is 10, so maybe it's... Ah, fuck it. Our range is 10, as I said. It's I'm willing to not bother for it. It's just... I can't imagine it'll give us more than like maybe 2 range. So just the time it takes to get over there is like go all the way around and not worth it. Not worth it. I actually think that this run might be good now. I don't think it's great quite yet. I don't know what this does, but I'll take it. Actually, I do know what it does. I think it makes it so that every consumable you don't pick up on a floor appears on the next one, which is nice. I wonder if that could be used so that I could... That's an insanely good brown chest. I wonder if that could be used to... gray chest. I wonder if I could use this trinket to take something else with me to home instead of the cracked key. Like, if the cracked key will just come with me anyway, you know? Damn, the game's been real nice to me with Spirit Hearts. These enemies are scary, by the way. These, like, the dark wall crawler things. Just because they, like, suddenly move off of their wall to attack you, and they're irritating in that regard. So Book of Revelation makes it so that you are... I'm not sure if it's guaranteed, but at least a very high chance to get a Harbinger as a boss fight. Obviously, it's not going to be one here, because this is the wrong floor. But... Actually, my complaint is unfounded, because I'm not going to be fighting any more bosses like this. I was going to say, I don't want to keep it, because I might end up... I pretty should have saved that and then gone to the boss fight. Anyway. Pill. What was I say? Look, my complaint that I was going to get like a bunch of Harbingers is pointless because I'm not going to fight any more. Because I'll fight Mol on this floor, the next floor won't have a boss because it'll be the Mausoleum 2. Pinking shears are... They're actually good. Pinking shears are actually really good. But... Oops. The Book of Revelations is just so good. Backstabber's bad. Sad Onion's good. It's a massive Tears upgrade. There's our Tainted Skull. Lovely. Almost walked into a fly. That would have been dumb. I think the biggest thing with this run is that it looks like it's a kind of run that could beat Dogma. I mentioned it a million times before. I didn't mean to buy that Spirit Heart, but I was probably going to anyway. I mentioned it a million times before, but I feel like Dogma is significantly harder than... What was this pill? That wasn't worth the key. It's significantly harder than the Beast. Just because I feel like... I almost feel like Dogma requires like a specialized run in the same way that the Hush or Delirium do, whereas the Beast can be beaten by like a conventionally good run. Which is good, because it's like you get back-to-back different styles of boss fights. Plus all of the different boss fights you face in there. Safety Cat gives you more pills, if I'm not mistaken. Which, considering we have PhD, I think is worth it. I'm willing to forego keeping things. Range up. Oh yeah, PhD should make that much better. Experimental pills, that is, because it should make it so it removes the downsides, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, maybe range up would have been better, because I think it increases the range of the, like, broken tiers, which would have been nice, but ultimately it's a moot point, because it's on a floor that's gone. Another Fool card. We don't want to get rid of our health, and we only have one bomb. Could be here. I said that we only have one bomb, immediately forgot that we only have one bomb, and then did that by wasting my one bomb. Damn, our damage is so nice. I'll just, for that reason, I'll take 2 hits in the same room for no reason. Nice Spirit Harp. Doesn't matter which one of these we take, because we're going in here. I'm going to go into this room. Yeah, that could be good. That could be good. Especially if we find a pill that's nice. I mean, the only thing that a pill would really be useful for now would be, I guess, luck up, but also luck up and tears up. That's the word, because our tears are not quite at the limit yet. I don't think Sad Onion raises the tier cap either, so I don't think we'll. I think it's still just 5 is where we're looking for. By the way, if you couldn't tell what the prison item I got out of the Angel Deal before was, it makes my tears quadruple when it fires through them. I don't think they get any special effects, I think they just change appearance. Which is still fine. I found pills, that's completely useless, I wish I had taken the chest. I never know what those enemies do, and I'm happy to never learn, if I can. These enemies, though, they'll fuck you up. They're scary. More keys. Okay. Oh, we actually do have money to go to this shop. I'm skeptical. Sharp key. There's no benefit to us keeping that, I don't think. Lock up, I'm happy to have it. These brimstone little baby things are actually kind of annoying. First, I underestimated their level of threat, but they might actually be a danger if you're not careful. We don't need the money. Spirit Hub's fine. I'm guessing that the boss fight is up here, that's why I'm being like... Never mind, there's nothing up here, what? I was gonna say that's why I'm gonna go backwards, but... Okay. Wish I'd taken the... I suppose there's like a hierarchy, right? And I should have followed it. I guess generally, even if you have PhD, a rune is above a pill. Like, I should have taken the rune over the pill. We haven't been to our item room, so that's what we need to do next. We have respawned, so I need to be careful. Don't want bombs or key. I'm just thinking, so chests have like a predetermined thing that's in them, right? So this is gonna have whatever's gonna have. But if I double it and it has an item in it, it'll have 2 items in it. What if it has shitty pills instead? Huh? What do you think about that one? We don't have habit. I don't know how I just charged that. So I just finished the room and was blind and dumb. The secret room could be up to my right. Just kidding, it can't be there because there's a block in the way. Also, that wasn't a dead end down there. I foolishly left thinking it was. There's a Tinted Rock on the right. Room full of pills. Always happy to see them.
Balls of steel.
I wish I could keep perks, but
Experimental pill.
because it would make the fight with the beast basically a done deal. That's a darn shame. Bob's rotten head is sitting on the floor in that mini-boss room, actually. That might be a good idea to go and get. Blow up that and maybe get that, yeah, I'll do that. We'll go get Bob's rotten head, and we'll use it to blow up that rock, and also, hopefully, push the mystery card out. That's a darn shame. That's a darn shame indeed. That's extra darn shame. we'll just forget about it then, I guess. I suppose what we could do is Yara the, God, the boss room must really be down there. So, item room. We'll just take the one in the middle. Excuse me? Gives you 2 items? That's crazy. They were both bad, but... that's cool. Oh yeah, Book of Revelations. We want the Yara over the sun, I think. I don't think we have enough red hearts to warrant keeping the sun for a heal, right? Like, it could come in handy, but... what are the chances of that actually happening, you know? Pills? It's becoming more and more a reality, you know? My brain was having a overload real quick there. Thinking of which direction we need to go while staring at my map. If I could get to those, I would play him, but... ow, he pulled me in. So didn't I use a... oh, it must be up here. I used a You Can See Forever pill, but I was confused on why my item room, or secret room, excuse me, didn't show up. It must be over on this right side. Right? Yeah. Man, if it wasn't such a slog to get all the way back up here, I would probably play that Demon Judgment. And I might even still play that Demon Judgment. I think I'm going to play the Demon Judgment. Because I don't think it'll take more than what I have to make him pay out. That's fine, I had no bombs, so getting 2 is good. Also, I had neglected to think of the effects that it would have on my spiders. I am now absolutely chock full. I'm not going to go any further than, I think 2 hearts. I think that's reasonable, right? Like 2 red hearts left, I mean. 2. Never mind, don't need to worry about it. Little Horn? I actually think Little Horn's a really good item. It has similar, like, secondary effects to Euthanasia, and then it lets you kill enemies that typically don't die, which specifically in the fight with the beast, it's useful against Death's skulls. Telescopic lens, as I always call it, despite it being called telescope lens, not useful. It would be useful if this was the 2nd floor, but oh whoops, I took the key instead of the pill. Oh well. We're just gonna hang on to our Book of Rev charge, because no need to use it when we're only missing half a heart. God, it's a cool effect as well. Clear a whole floor. Okay, now we just need to make sure we don't miss our item. Counterfeit penny's fine, but don't need it just yet. And by just yet, I mean would have been useful before. Nothing in there to reroll, because we didn't take the item that was in there. God, the run becomes a blur. I think it was on the either the next floor or the floor after. Tears Up, that's a crazy good Tears Up as well there. Goodness, Kodak was decent hit. It's crazy. I'll just walk into the enemies, just so I can use Book of Revelations, I guess. Hopefully, once we get to like crazy Ascension tanky enemies, we won't need to worry about them. You know, I feel like sometimes you have a run where you're just not quite strong enough to kill them in a reasonable time frame, and then, so it's just like these enemies. This enemy down there who does that shit. We don't. I suppose we want bombs more than we want keys now, right? Like on the Ascent, there's no item rooms or shops to go into, so. I think that there used to be. Maybe I'm making it up. I feel like there used to be shops on the Ascent, and then they removed them or something. I swear to God, I've seen shops on the Ascent. Lock up, love to see it. use my spacey. Yeah. I'm gonna use abundance on the crack key and just use it. Like use the crack key. Because I think technically the red rooms made by crack key can be anything.
You are taking this too far.
Assuming I even get a chance to use it. It's gonna be a room anyway. It's giving me rooms that have blocked walls. Yeah. It has like the same chance of being any room at all, so chances of just being a room that has enemies in it is still more than significant. And then we're going back. I can see forever is completely useless because we're on the ascent. Cracked key, we just hang on to it. We don't want to stir the flames. Chances of us getting the red key out of the chest in home is like 1 in 12, I think, 1 in 14 maybe. So we just don't want to test our luck. We also do not want to reroll a run. As much as it's funny to be zany and fun to be zany, not very good for winning runs or getting unlocks. I mean, obviously, there's the chance I could get, like, bloody Godhead, Mom's Knife, Brimstone, everything out of that, but the chances of that happening are so slim that I'm willing to be a pussy and not do it. Last floor. Before the last floor. Hello, Widow. Goodbye, Widow. We have a little angry fly, which I know we have, because I can see him in my list of items, right? I don't remember for the life of me where we got him from. Like, I feel like I would remember him being in the item room. Oh, he was in that double item room we got on the mausoleum, wasn't he? That's right. How could I forget? The item room where we got 2 items instead of just 1. Oh my. I almost want to see what that item would have been if, like what the other item was. So I think it was blood bombs and then the angry fly, that's the word. But I have no recollection of the other one because it was a hidden item because we had Curse of the Blind. Endless Nameless stuck in a loop. I think that just gives you occasional transcendental tears, like the ones that go through the walls. Maybe not. I love the music in Hell. That's Tainted Lazarus unlocked. The Enigma is the name of the achievement for him. Mom's Key, that would be fine if I didn't already not have any use for it. Dogma time. Unfortunately, there's no unlock for Dogma, so if I beat him and then die to the beast, I'm just dead. I feel like maybe I'm imagining it, but I feel like they made flight really rare. Like I feel like it's very uncommon for me at least to get flight in a run. I'm just thinking about it because they give you flight in the beast fight. It just has like a nice thing they do, I suppose. But I feel like if I didn't have flight from that, I would maybe get flight like 1 in 10 runs, if it was even that common. Which is great. And that actually, the slow effect actually kind of made that harder to dodge. So like, it's hard to pack. That comboed with the changing is pretty crazy. I almost want to learn the like, I think they're like Bible verses, right? They're speaking in this. I kind of want to learn them. So I can say them along with the song. How much health do you have? I assume your health is split between your 2 phases, so maybe you have less health than I'm imagining and it just feels like more. Okay. Onto the real fight while I fiddle on my phone in the cutscene. Nah, just kidding. Okay. Unfortunately, all my spiders will just fall to the floor because they don't They don't count. By they don't count, I mean they don't mean anything. I don't know what they're getting slowed by. Oh yeah, I have the spider item that gives them slow. I didn't even see what hit me there, but I did get hit, apparently. Okay, second form. I love how Bighorn still does things. This phase is probably gonna be the hardest, I think. So like I think it'll get easier. Also, I think I'll maybe get one more spirit heart. I don't think I'll get anything more than that though. Excuse me? Why are you down there? Come back! Why did he sink? My range is so high that my tears are never gonna fall. Like, sometimes in these fights, if you have low range, your tears will just, like, they'll dip, right? You don't go the full distance and they fall straight down. Which means you can, like, arc your shots at your enemy, but my tears are too fast and my range is too good. Next is War. I was gonna say, I think War will be pretty easy, and that'll be his only thing that will be any threat at all. Except for if I walk into the fire, of course, that's definitely detrimental to my health. His charge is pretty insane as well, because he goes so fast. And I don't know why, I keep trying to shoot my tears through the prism, but I should just be being careful instead. There we go. And because of the thing I mentioned with Little Horn, I actually feel like death is going to be crazy easy. Oh, that's what knocked Pestilence into the ground, or yeah, Pestilence. It was Little Horn bashing it. Because if it does damage, it does like a hand smash, and if it's going to kill it instantly, it'll do a grab. Assuming it ever procs again, which it doesn't seem to want to. I'm stuck. Okay, I was gonna say, I don't know how to dodge that. That doesn't matter, I don't have to dodge it, he's dead. Okay. Need to hold my attack. Don't need to worry about it. That's interesting. It like it sucked in all of the broken bone fragments. How many of those does he suck in? I thought it was a much lower amount. Might as well stay up here because my tears are hitting him still. So I just need to be careful of falling this time. Just kidding. Scared me. I don't know if they look different. I always worry about it. I remember my first few fights against the beast, I would just walk into the... I must have done it maybe 50% of the time. I just died to the spikes. I would just fly into them. Yeah, he's dead. That room was really good.
Suddenly, the sky above
Astral projection has appeared in the basement. Nice. So now we just have the Lost and the two new characters, which I don't plan on unlocking just yet, because I haven't even played as Jacob and Esau, and I've only played a bit as Bethany. Although in saying that, it makes it look like I've done a lot on Bethany looking at that person. So that was Tainted Lazarus. Between life and death. You press a button to flip. Okay.